Hello there, Taurus. This is Olivia from Doss Tarot. I'm here to do your weekly reading for the first week of September. I did go ahead and pull an oracle card for you because I felt like I've been needing to do that. I know I've been doing the universe cards at the end, but this card is so beautiful. It's called the Water Guardian, and it says to connect with your emotions. And in the book, it reads that you need to go deep within yourself and recognize the difference between feelings and emotions. Because the emotions are what comes from the heart, and the feelings are something that can be generated in the mind. And if somebody's not doing that right here, I don't know if it's you, Taurus, or your person, or it could be both. But in other words, they're saying, please focus on your emotions and to not forget to call on your angels for any assistance. And if you don't believe, now might be the time to start believing. With the way things are in the world right now, it doesn't hurt to start believing because they are there. They are there. And all you need to do is acknowledge them and then ask them to please help you. Okay? I just thought I would share that. And you are also, Taurus, you're very intuitive, which is part of it. But once you get in connection with your angels, your intuition will blossom like you won't believe. It'll just come alive because they help with everything. You ask them for that and they'll give it to you. And it's only, of course, if you're walking within integrity. You got to have that moral fiber, as Gandalf says in Lord of the Rings. Or is that Harry Potter? I can't remember. Anyway, it's very important that you are walking with integrity in order for even to receive those gifts, much less a prayer. Okay, I just thought I'd get that out there. Okay, on your side, Aries, it looks like you've been waiting on something, but for some reason it's been put on hold. It's delayed for one reason or another, or perhaps maybe it won't happen, but at this point, at this reading, it's just in a delay. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But what I do worry about is if you're waiting for something or someone to help you with this kind of work that you're working on, I hope that they come in soon because your heart's really struggling here. You need help and you feel like it's almost, whatever this work is, I feel like it could also be spiritual work because I see the Three of Wands, the two wands behind him that he's walked through, and he's holding the third one. That's a portal. And to me, I always can consider it as a portal to the soul or a portal to spirit, because the wands are always talking about soul. And I'm wondering if there's something that you're working on in a situation where it involves your heart as well. I don't see this as sorrow. I see it as your heart is really involved in whatever this type of work is. And not only that, talking about, your emotions and connect with your emotions. Taurus, your emotions are in balance. With the Chariot in the upright, that means every aspect of what you have is in balance. And balance is where there's a dark side and a light side, and it's polarity. In without one or the other, they don't exist. But when together, they're both there, but you just need to know how to balance them so that one doesn't overtake the other. So you are good on that, Taurus. Absolutely. You've got it down pat. And you know what your goal is. You know how to get it done. You're just waiting for something or someone to come in with that extra little something that you need to get whatever this situation is here. And I feel like it's spiritual for some reason. Because your heart being here, why would your heart be in the middle of the Eight of Cups and the Chariot? To me, it didn't make sense. It's got to be something to do with this kind of work that you're doing. But anyway, if this is your person over here, Taurus, they have the Page of Cups in reverse, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands in reverse, or the Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Six of Cups in reverse. I have a feeling that this could be the person that you were waiting for. And I say that because it's got something to do with the past. Now, is this somebody that you've known in the past that you guys had committed to one another to work together? Or was there some kind of divine interconnection between the two of you when you've met before and somehow they had to go off on their own path? And this is probably somebody you had hoped would come through? I'm not sure. But with the Page of Cups in the reverse, this tells me that there's a possibility that there's still some love here for you or for something. But right now in the reverse, it's telling me that there's also kind of, it's like a delay is here too. And not only that, they're not willing to give you that love until they can probably give you more than just the Page Cup. They want to be able to give you the full Ace of Cups. That's what it feels like. They love you, but they can't do anything right now. This King of Pentacles is very loyal, very trustworthy. You can believe in what they say. They are materialistic and they are very much monetarily addicted as well. Money. And now with the Knight of Swords in reverse, this could also mean too that they would love to rush in, but they just don't dare right now. They're waiting for, with the eagle flying in the air with this Knight of Swords, this always tells me with the eagle here that there's some kind of freedom that they're waiting to get through. So let's hope that that's what this is for you, Taurus. I really do. I hope this is what's going to happen for you. You just have to be patient because you can't always work on your own timeline. We have to work with what the divine is telling us, even though you feel like the divine is telling you this. And this could be the other scenario. If the divine is telling you, yes, you need this partner or whatever it is to work with you. And if you're having to wait, how long do you wait? You have to let the divine decide that, because if this doesn't happen, the divine will bring in somebody that can. And I don't mean to say that in a harsh way, because you probably cared very much for this person if you've known them in the past. But sometimes we just have to be patient, and hopefully that will happen. But if it doesn't, the divine will fix it so that it does. So just be patient. Oh my gosh. It's kind of, I can feel your frustration. I can kind of feel that you are hurt. Your heart is tender about this, and it's not working the way it was supposed to or the way the divine has set it up. But the divine is still here. Don't think it's not. Don't think it's not. But your emotions you're good. It could be your person's emotions that are in the trouble. That could be why they're in reverse. 3 of the 4 cards could be in that reason. And it might not be them. It might be the situation around them. Come to think about it, because if he's in the upright, then everything in his life would be upright too. But if there's things around him that are in reverse, there's something going on that you probably don't know about. And on the bottom of the deck, you did get the Emperor, which is telling me that now this is somebody that likes that. It's almost like your energy, Taurus. And actually, in reality, let me think. No, the Emperor is definitely somebody that wants things to be in order. They need to be calculated down to the T, and everything needs to work in order, one step at a time, just the way it was meant to be. It's almost like the divine, in a sense, telling you things need to be in order. Taurus. Things need to be in order. There can't be any of this, halfway between the bridge. You got to get off the bridge one way or the other. In a sense, that's what it means. All right, let's clarify. Taurus. I don't think there's a financial issue here. I just feel like there's something that's very important that needs to be done. Same here. Something very important over here has got to be completed. This is the start, and this is an ending. An ending to start. You guys know more about what this is than I do, but it looks like it's a very high possibility. It's all in the matter of time. Okay. Yeah, there's got to be equality here. In other words, if it's a two-party type of work that needs to be done, you can't do it by yourself. The divine is saying you need equality. You need two people in order for this to work out. And right now you're doing it solo, obviously. Gosh, wow. That is so interesting. And I don't feel like it's about money. I really don't. I don't feel like it's about money. But it could be for you guys. You make that decision. And here, look at that. Oh, Taurus, this is the divine telling you that, you know what? It's harvest time. And now's the time to move. Quit leaning on that hole and get to work. There's no time for procrastinating here. Time is running out. You're going to have to probably, I bet this is what this is about. Your heart is so set on this person coming in that you may not allow somebody else for the divine to send to help do this work. I hope that doesn't happen to you, because if it's something that the divine is guiding, there could be a tower moment if you don't follow through. You need a second person to help you. There's got to be two people in this work. And you're procrastinating because you're waiting on this person. And you cannot do that. You guys know more about what that is than I do. But let's keep going. So with the Page of Cups in reverse and the King of Pentacles. They're trying to head your way. They're heading your way. They're heading your way, and they might not be telling you. But why would they not tell you? Maybe they're bringing extra people with them. Could there be a move that they're making? I'm not sure. Oh no. It could be, Taurus, and I hate to say this, it could be that this person is moving away from you. They're not going to be able to help you. Because not only is that the issue with the Knight of Swords reversed and the Six of Cups, they're standing down. They're not going to defend this anymore. Or let's look at it in a more positive way. This is what I feel. This is really, after I got here, it clicked on me. This is not somebody leaving you. They need to have somebody leave them, or they need to leave a situation, and they're able to at this point, or at some point within this, hopefully within September. And they're standing down because maybe this Knight of Swords has been, no, that's, wait a moment. This Seven of Wands in reverse is usually somebody that's given up. I'm going to say it could go either way. I'm sorry to say they could be moving away from you, and they're giving up on this situation, which is you, Taurus. They're giving up. They're going to let the history go. They're going to let the rushing to you go. They're going to no more love, and they're leaving. And they could just be moving. But this tells me that there's something that they're not going to defend it anymore. They're not going to defend it. They're not going to protect it. It's done. They're stepping down. Let's get one more card. Yeah, they're not rushing in anymore. Actually, that's the same card. It's a double. That tells me that they're done. I feel like they're done. Either that, or they're rushing out of a situation and they're moving away from a situation. That's what it was. Either they're moving away from a situation, or they're rushing away from it and they're not having to fight for it anymore, whatever that situation was, and they're leaving it. Now, the only thing I do see is both of these are headed out in this direction. So I'm not sure if they're headed to you or away from you. But they're leaving a situation, that's for sure. And remember, the Six of Cups, I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys. The Six of Cups in reverse. Remember now, this not only talks about somebody from the past. When it's in the reverse, this tells me that somebody's highly thinking about you, that you're on their mind all the time. So don't feel like this is an end. It may not be an end. But you've got to remember, if this is something that the divine is working out and you're blocking your heart from letting anybody else come in, don't do that. Let that person come in so that you can complete whatever that is that needs to be done. I know that sounds harsh, but you can't stand in the middle of the bridge. You've got to eventually get off. And that's why this is why Spirit's showing you this card. You can't sit in the middle of the road. You've got to get off. And maybe this card is actually saying there was no equality between the two of you. Maybe there was, or yeah, it could have been that there was. I'm sorry. Or it could be that they're given. No, I'm not going to go there because I don't see that either. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, let's get a card to link the two together and see what we get. The divine is still in charge. This is Archangel Michael. And Michael's the one that does the balancing. He balances the past with the present, the good with the bad, whatever it is that needs to be balanced in order for a situation to meet the glory. That crown at the end of this trail is the kingdom. And this is a divinely guided relationship or connection, whatever you want to call it. That's beautiful. This means patience. I got all wrapped up in that. This means patience, that there's so much work to be done right now that they're trying to get that done before time runs out. Because with this showing up, it's like, you got to get out of the middle of the road. You got to take action one way or the other. And this is action that's going to be. So if it's true that this person is going to be locked up and not be able to help, the divine will send somebody that does. So please be aware of that. Don't just turn anybody that comes in your orb away. Sit and visit with them and get a feel for what's going on in their life. And it might be that they're on the same path as you. It could be. We don't know how the divine's going to work with us exactly. And also, I forgot to clarify the Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor is like saying, get in charge of things. Don't let everything start falling apart because you're stuck on somebody that was probably just, you were supposed to learn lessons from somebody. And if you've learned your lessons, then it's time to go your separate ways. And it could be a karmic situation. I know I've been using that a lot, but it seems like a lot of it's coming up. But this is telling me that you need to take charge and you need to get off the middle of the road. And I'm not going to say it again. I promise. And then the last card for the reading. If you need to manifest something or someone, whatever it is you need to manifest it. You need to and if your person is wanting to come back, they need to manifest too. But you cannot manifest each other. You can just manifest for the divine to put you on the right path. And he'll know which path that is. Believe me. All right, on the bottom of the deck, the Four of Wands in reverse, which talks about instability. So you need to really get your act together, Taurus. You need to do something. You need to meditate. You need to listen to the angels. You need to connect with the divine and find out what exactly it is that you're supposed to be doing at this time. If you thought you were on the right path, you were. But you cannot let something stumble you up because that other part of it's not going to work. I hate to sound forceful like that, but I'm just talking to myself in a way too. So, all right, you guys, I will see you next week. Until then, namaste, and I hope this helps.